9-year-old girl, sorry, 9-year-old girl dies after exorcism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan police say that they have arrested 2 people connected to the death of a 9-year-old girl who was repeatedly beaten during an exorcism ritual. The 2 suspects in the crime, the woman performing the exorcism and the child's mother, appeared recently in court to hear charges over the girl's death. According to a police spokesperson, the mother believed her daughter had been possessed by a demon and brought her to the exorcist's home so that a ritual could be performed to drive the spirit away. The spokesperson said that the exorcist first put oil on the girl and then repeatedly hit her with a cane. After the girl lost consciousness, she was taken to a hospital where she died. The police urged the public to be cautious about such services as the girl was not the first to die during this type of ritual.
I have a question. Is there any reason why the title says 9-year-old girl dies after being canned during exorcism instead of saying that she was murdered by her? Like, she was murdered. Like, right? Like, shouldn't that she was murdered by her parents and she was tortured to death, right?
Yes. Well, yes. So, but she didn't die during the exorcism. She died afterwards in the hospital.
There was a direct causal relationship between the exorcism and her death.
Guys, this is not the right time. But
she's right.
Imagine the pain that you have to go through to die from this. Like, this is like from the people that you're supposed to trust the most, right? And probably being convinced that this is the best for you. You know, if you died from this, the amount of pain that you must have gone through for this to have to actually be.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, she must have been really hit hard, you know, or maybe the heat, or, you know, who knows if she was, you know, deprived of water. But if it was simply just from being beat, I mean, that's very, very harsh to cause her to, you know, and I don't know, you know, whether she had head trauma from the beating or not, but it's really sad. And I actually am glad that the police are arresting the people, because too often people seem to not charge people in cases like this, or to, you know, kind of go soft on them.
I don't know. Do we know about Sri Lanka? I don't know that about Sri Lanka.
Well, I mean, in the world, I've noticed, like, especially, you know, you hear about this in the United States. Sometimes people aren't charged, or other places, you know. I'm glad that they're saying, like, look, you can't do this.
Hey guys, before we get back to that video, YouTube has fully demonetized their channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists, without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.
Is this, do we know how common this is in Sri Lanka for like exorcism and views like this?
You know, that I don't know if that's, you know, a common phenomenon there or not.
I don't know why I feel a lot more sense of betrayal, like when it's coming from your parents. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe, you know, it's one thing for you to be tortured to death in the most disgusting way possible, because again, if that killed you, that means that every single, like, it was brutal, like you were feeling every single
they
one
had
of
to really beat this child quite harshly.
But then I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe my perception of this is completely wrong. But to me, the fact that your parents are doing this to you just adds a layer.
Oh,
of-
absolutely.
No, let me just finish, please. Adds a layer of pain, not discussed from us, but from her perspective. I just know, seeing the people that are supposed to like care for you and love you, and you know, like when you look at some children grow up without their parents showing them enough love, and you feel so sad because they missed so much of what they're supposed to get, so much love and comfort and sense of protection, and you feel like these children missed so much of what they're supposed to get as a child. And then that is only children that their parents didn't hug them, or their parents didn't tell them that they love them, or their parents didn't sit down and spend time with them and read with them. And I feel like what a betrayal to them. And then you take that and then you then compare it to this story where these people are torturing you. And I'm just thinking, like, what does that do to a mind of a child where this is your experience with what's supposed to be a source of love and compassion and care? Not only you're not getting that in replace of it, you're getting tortured to death in place of it. Like if this is not pure hell, I don't know what is. Like I feel like that is some, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like that is even more painful than the actual pain of the torture, of the physical pain of the torture. Anyways,
I think you're right, because I mean, if someone survives a situation like that where their parents are, doing this to them or being physically abusive, oftentimes the scars or the physical pain goes away. The psychological pain remains.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.